Hey guys! We're outside today because my brothers are playing in the basement, so I need a quiet spot. I'm sorry I haven't been so great about uploading recently. It's because I'm working on other stuff and it's just taking longer than I hoped. So I thought while I'm working on the other videos, I could share with you guys some highlights of my summer in this last month.
I felt my face before. You saw my feet through the door. You saw my lips split.
So for 4th of July, we went to St. Louis to spend the weekend with some family on my dad's side. And we had a great time. We went swimming. We ate lots of really good food. And we watched the fireworks under the arch, which was super cool. I'm also visiting a cool Mexican guy with the sister missionaries, and every time we go over, he makes us awesome Mexican food. The first time I went, he made us this really good like shredded meat with pico de gallo, which is like diced up tomatoes and cilantro and onion and lime, I think. I don't know if I'm missing something. But he gave us that and we ate it with tostados. Yeah. Chips. So then afterwards we asked like, so what kind of meat is this? And he said, it's cow tongue. And I was like, what? I just ate cow tongue. I remembered my mom told us that she ate cow tongue on her mission in Argentina. And it was like the whole tongue and she could feel the taste buds. So that really freaked me out. So I hoped while I was on my mission that they would never give me cow tongue. And they never did that I know of. And so to see it shredded up like that, it was actually pretty good and a lot better than I expected. He also made us tinga, which is shredded chicken with chipotle, chorizo, and lime. And that was super good. Then he made us guisado. Oh my gosh, so good. This is Hermano Justo. What are you making for us? Guisado.
Chorizo and beans.
Chorizo and beans.
And then they can feed you.
Wow, that looks amazing. It just smells so good. And this last time that we went, he made mole, which I love. Totally reminded me of Chiapas. Hermano Justo is making mole. The heck? That's hardcore.
Just put it right on.
Woo! So a couple weeks ago, I hung out with some friends and we went shooting. So I've gone shooting before for fun, but every time I go, it's like after a long time. So every time I have to relearn how to hold a gun and shoot and everything. But it's pretty cool. Just that the guns were super heavy and I felt really weak. So I'm like super impressed by these headphones because it mutes out gun noises, but now I'm oh, I saw the dragonfly and I was like, ah, it's a bird! Nice!
It's more just the raw flow. You really gotta just like crank back.
Oh my gosh, it's heavy.
You like lean your weight into it, April, so that way it doesn't like. Yeah, you feel
Like that?
Yeah, like lean your weight into it. So that way it doesn't.
No, like not too much. Put.
So like that?
Just be even.
Widen your stance, April. April, widen your stance.
I did widen it like that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my leg.
Show me your thing.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, without pigeon. Like that?
Yep.
Just like a frisbee.
And you can, if it helps, you can step into it. Just kind of like step.
Okay.
If that helps.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
kind of. Okay. What's brighter, the sun
Or your testimony.
Oh!
A little high. Okay. You're a little to the left. Yeah, you hit.
Okay, so this is the best part. I live in a state called Iowa. Everyone's always like, what's in Iowa? We moved here 6 years ago from Arizona, and I really love Iowa. It's super beautiful. In these 6 years that I've lived here, I've never gone to a cool place called Maquoketa Caves until this weekend. It just seems like every time my family has gone, I've never been able to, and I don't know why. So last week, my friend texted me and was like, hey, do you want to go to the caves with us? And I was like, sure. And I finally got to go. It was crazy because we would just like walk by a cave and then someone would find a little crevice or whatever, and then we'd just go squirming in there. Okay. Emily's in there. Are you coming? Hi. Hi. Oh, you guys are so cute.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, thanks. Oh gosh. How do we even get through here?
I don't have this one.
I left my flashlight in the car, but you know, I have my phone, so. Bad idea. Do not use phone as flashlight. Okay, and this is behind me. Can't see anything. This is in front of me. Can't see anything. Oh. They're coming.
Are there any other people on the other side? No.
Hi. We got super muddy. Look. Hey. Look at my arms. And your phone. Look at that. Oh, this is Sawyer. And look at my legs. I got pretty exhausted, honestly, and scratched up and bruised up. I would show you the bruises on my knees, but I'm wearing jeans, so that'd be kind of hard. So we went through 3 caves. The first cave that we went through was pretty cool. It was just super muddy, but we weren't super squished crawling through there. But we got to one point where it was like a ledge that we had to climb up. So there was a ledge and like a hole next to it. So I saw somebody at the top that had gone in front of us, like ahead of us, and I asked how they went up, and they said through the hole. I was like, okay. So then I tried going up the hole, and I literally, like, I know I'm not big, but I was literally too big to fit through that hole. And they're like, just put your foot up on the ledge. And I'm like, I seriously can't even straighten out my leg. So then I aborted that mission, and I tried going up the ledge. And so I had one friend that somehow, like, while I was trying to squirm through this hole, she, like, somehow jumped up onto the top of that ledge. I don't know how she did it. And so I tried going up, and I could not, guys. I have no arm strength. And there was nowhere to put my hands and my feet. Like, they were in spots, but I felt like if I would move anything, then I would just slip and fall. I had 2 friends up top and 2 friends on the bottom. And they grabbed my feet and my hands, and just all together they pulled and pushed me up, and I got over the ledge. I was just super thankful for my friends. Like, it just helped me remember, like, this is why we have friends, because we help each other. It was sad because right when I got onto the top of that ledge, everybody who had gone in front of us was starting to come back, so I had to jump down again. That was so depressing. The last one was kind of rough for me because I was just super exhausted by that time, and we started, like, we had to first go down and then, like, keep squirming, and someone said, oh yeah, it opens up on the way there, and I was like, oh cool. And so literally we're like crawling through these rocks, and I felt super claustrophobic, and it was kind of cold, and it was really dark, and it never opened up, and I was like, when is this gonna end? And so we just kept crawling until we literally couldn't fit through anymore. So then we had to turn back around. So even though it was kind of hard and I was super tired, I think it was pretty worth it. When we were going into the last cave, which is called the Y cave, when we were going down, I had a thought that's like, light casts out all darkness. I've heard that phrase a lot, you know, like, darkness can never overpower the light. But then as I looked into that hole, which was like 8 feet deep, I just could see that the light started to fade. It was just something that I learned that, like, yeah, the light overpowers the dark, but if you are too far away from the light, then you draw yourself to the darkness, you go more into the darkness than to the light. So, I mean, who is the light? Christ. And so just when we aren't keeping close to him, to the light, then we find ourselves in darkness. And it's real easy to go back into that light, but we just need to be careful with that and just pay attention when we start to notice that we're not in the light anymore. And we just need to come back as soon as we can so that we can be closer to that protection. So yeah, that's been my summer so far besides the trips, and we have another trip coming up, so I'll tell you guys about it. So thanks for watching, hope you like it, share with your friends, and you know where to click to subscribe. See you next time, bye!
I said there's no way how. Pulled out your chapstick. It's all too real right now. It's all too real right now.
I'm exhausted because I am exhausted. This is the other side of that hole. Hey Levi, can you look over there? Yeah. Oh, you can't. Hey Levi, look over here. Yeah, there we go. Your head, your head. Is it worth it, guys?
Yeah.
It is worth it. It is.